If the freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led, like sheep to the slaughter. It is far better to be alone, than to be in bad company. It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. Truth will ultimately prevail where there is pains to bring it to light. Guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism. Human happiness and moral duty are inseparably connected. Perseverance and spirit have done wonders in all ages. Paper money has had the effect in your state that it will ever have, to ruin commerce, oppress the honest, and open the door to every species of fraud and injustice. Let us raise a standard to which the wise and honest can repair, the rest is in the hands of God. Real men despise battle, but will never run from it. My mother was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. All I am I owe to my mother. I attribute my success in life to the moral, intellectual and physical education I received from her. I have always considered marriage as the most interesting event of one's life, and the foundation of happiness or misery. A primary object should be the education of our youth in the science of government. In a republic, what species of knowledge can be equally important? And what duty more pressing than communicating it to those who are to be the future guardians of the liberties of the country? Be courteous to all, but intimate with few, and let those few be well tried before you give them your confidence. True friendship is a plant of slow growth, and must undergo and withstand the shocks of adversity before it is entitled to appellation. I beg you be persuaded that no one would be more zealous than myself to establish effective barrier against the horrors of spiritual tyranny, and every species of religious persecution. But lest some unlucky event should happen unfavorable to my reputation, I beg it may be remembered by every gentleman in the room that I this day declare with the utmost sincerity, I do not think myself equal to the command I am honored with. There can be no greater error than to expect, or calculate, upon real favors from nation to nation. It is an illusion which experience must cure, which a just pride ought to discard. Nothing can be more hurtful to the service, than the neglect of discipline, for that discipline, more than numbers, gives one army this superiority over another. Friendship is a plant of slow growth and must undergo and withstand the shocks of adversity before it is entitled to the appellation. I have no other view than to promote the public good, and am unambitious of honors not founded in the approbation of my country. Let your discourse with men of business be short and comprehensive. 99% of failures come from people who make excuses. Experience teaches us that it is much easier to prevent an enemy from posting themselves than it is to dislodge them after they have got possession. I hope I shall possess firmness and virtue enough to maintain what I consider the most enviable of all titles, the character of an honest man. Happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind, than on the externals in the world. Arbitrary power is most easily established on the ruins of liberty abused to licentiousness. A sensible woman can never be happy with a fool. Worry is the interest paid by those who borrow trouble. Liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. To encourage literature and the arts is a duty which every good citizen owes to his country. Associate with men of good quality if you esteem your own reputation, for it is better to be alone than in bad company. I conceive a knowledge of books as the basis upon which other knowledge is to be built. Be not glad at the misfortune of another, though he may be your enemy. Be not hasty to believe flying reports to the disparagement of any. Heard the bullets whistle, and, believe me, there is something charming in the sound. Harmony, liberal intercourse with all nations, are recommended by policy, humanity, and interest. The great mass of our citizens require only to understand matters rightly, to form right decisions. Which quote did you like the most? Share your opinion in the comment box. Thanks for watching. SR Motivation.